guys, it's me, Jay Woods, and I went to Macy's a couple of days ago and I picked up this beautiful red lip. I have not picked up a red lip in so long, so I was super duper excited. I was like, I'm gonna do a whole damn holiday look tutorial for this. I tried to use a lot of products that are sold at like Sephora and a couple of other department stores just because I know Sephora has their sale right now, and I know they're probably gonna do another one in December. So I just sort of gave you like my thoughts on the products that I applied as I applied them, just so that you'll have an idea of how it works, just in case you want to add it to your list of something to pick up for the holidays. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to see how I got this beautiful holiday inspired look, just keep on watching. So first things first, I'm going to use my Natasha the Nona bronze palette. I'm going to take the shade Sundown right here. Oh yeah. So I'm going to use a really fluffy little brush for the crease, and I'm just going to put this on my crease. I freaking love this palette. This palette is everything, okay? I feel like this is one of the few palettes that I've purchased and I'm like, alright, this has really been worth the money. I purchase so many palettes constantly, and so many times it's like, even though I like the palette, a lot of the times the shades that they have, they just aren't like great for everyday use. But this palette has so many shades that you can use literally every single freaking day, and I feel like it's really the type of thing where it's almost like mistake proof, you know? Even though I feel like I messed up a little bit right now on my crease, it still ends up looking good just because these colors are so like complementary. They just look so beautiful on the eyes. It has some really nice transition shades, and it's all sort of in like that neutral family, so I feel like if you do get this palette, you're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck because it's something you can use every single day. All right, now I'm going to take another brush and just go into Beach and Rich right here, these two shades. Super pretty. I'm going to try to keep it like really simple on the eyes because since I'm going to do a red lip, I really want the lip to be the star of the show. So I don't want my eyes to look super like glittery or extra just because I want my lips to look extra, you know what I'm saying? But like sometimes if you do too much on the eyes, it like takes away from the lips. So I'm going to try to keep this as like, not really natural. Yeah, well yeah, I guess you could say natural. I'm going to keep it sort of like natural and toned down. But how pretty is that? Alright, so using a brush that has those same two colors, I'm just going to run it on my lash line. Make sure that you look up. I always get scared while doing this because I'm like nervous I'm going to get some in my eye, but usually it doesn't happen. But still, be kind of careful when you do this because there's nothing worse than freaking poking your eye with one of these brushes. It's like horrible. Now I'm going to take my eye brush and I'm going to spray it with the Milani Make It Last setting spray. Make sure you get it nice and wet, and I'm going to go into the shade Silk, which is this gorgeous shade down here. I'm just sort of going to like mix it in so that I can add that onto the lid, and this is the last color for the lid. We're keeping it real simple on the eye. Like, how quick was this? I feel like you can do this eye probably in like 5-10 minutes. It's so simple. We're just going to put that on the lid. Ugh, how pretty is that? You can also use like what is it, a glitter glue before you apply this. I like to just wet my brush. I feel like it's a lot easier than having to use the glitter glue and wait for it to dry and whatever. But with the glitter glue, it does look different. It gives it more of like a textured appearance, whereas with this it looks like more smooth. So it's really up to you what you prefer, but I definitely prefer just wetting the brush. Alright, now I'm going to use this product. I have not used this in years, but I used to love this back in the days. This is the MAC Pigment in the shade Vanilla. These used to be super duper popular and also really big. I don't know if this is the new size or if this is just like a mini size. I definitely recommend getting this size because honestly you don't need that much of this. Some people who have like very fair skin, they can actually use this as kind of like a highlighter. I can't do that because you're going to see when I apply this. This is really light. And because it's so light, I love it for the inner corner. Sometimes even when you use a white shadow, right when you put it on the inner corner, it almost like disappears. Like it almost gets translucent, but with this, it gives you a nice shine and it actually shows up, so. Isn't that so pretty? Then look at how much more open like this eye looks versus this eye. I absolutely love it. I always do a lighter inner corner. I know some people actually don't like to. I feel like I have to do the inner corner. If I don't do the inner corner, I just like don't feel okay, you know? I'm just not okay. I'm not okay if I don't do it. So yeah, I always do the inner corner. I absolutely love this shade for the inner corner. It's sort of like a whitish gold, but it definitely is more white than gold. But it's just like that perfect shade when you want that little like pop of color in the inner corners. You can even do like a matte eye and just put this down, and then it just like brightens up your whole look. Now for eyeliner, I'm going to use Inglot 77. If you know about this liner, you already know this is one of the darkest gel liners you can purchase. It is very dark. It's very black. It's an amazing gel liner if that's something that you're into. I definitely recommend it. You can purchase this at Macy's. It's so good. I'm not sure what other department stores carry it. I know they used to have like standalone stores. I don't know if Inglot still does that, but I absolutely love this liner. It is probably one of the best liners you'll ever buy. I think they might actually sell this on Amazon. I'm not too sure though. Now the only thing is I don't really have a good like liner brush, so I'm hoping that it goes on well. I'm using this brush that's actually like supposed to be like a little mini concealer brush, so we just gonna pray for the best. I really hope that this works out. But yeah, this liner is everything. Now, one of my favorite things about this liner is you can actually use it on your waterline, and it is waterproof, so it's awesome for the waterline as well. I'm just going to add some on there. Definitely don't be like me and get yourself a good liner brush when you apply this. Just because I feel like I couldn't get my cat eye as sharp as I usually do, which is annoying me, but whatever, it's fine. Look at how dark that liner is. Oof. Next up, I'm going to use the YSL. I think it's called Touche or Touch Eclat primer. This primer retails for $52. So unless you a rich bitch, you got a rich man, which if you do, does he have a brother? Tell him to holler at me. It's hard for me to recommend this because even though I do think that I feel like it does work well. It does what it says it's gonna do, which it blurs the pores. I'm like, it's $52. Like, that's kind of crazy. I don't know, even with the freaking VIB sale, $52 is a little crazy. So I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think that it's worth it because it works, or you just kind of like, what's the point? I feel like it's very similar to Professional, which I know is not $52, so maybe you might want to go with that. But I will say this does have that luxurious feel. Like, look at the bottle. So on my face, I'm going to use two products. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless and also the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is an amazing foundation if you have oily skin like me, and this is great if you just want some like glow. This is actually supposed to be my color. It's not, because my cousin actually gifted this to me. Thanks, cousin. I believe this was like too light for her. It's too dark for me, but I actually love to mix the both of these. I just love how that looks, and I've actually seen a couple of like Charlotte Tilbury videos where people go and get their makeup done at the counter, and the girl would actually like put this under the Airbrush Flawless as well. So yeah, this is clearly too dark for me. The thing about this though is it doesn't have like that much pigmentation, so it is something that you can mix with your other foundations or bronzers, or you know, whatever. You could just mix it up with it. And yeah, I mean, I definitely love the Airbrush Flawless foundation. The thing about this thing, the Flawless Filter, it's supposed to be very like lightweight and sheer. Like, let me show you when I blend it out. You see how sheer that is? It doesn't really give you coverage, you know, but it does give you like a nice glow. So I'm going to set that with the Hourglass the Hourglass setting powder. I absolutely love the setting powder so much. It's really good. Is it as good as my Kimchi Chic one? No, nothing beats the Kimchi one, but this one is honestly my number 2 favorite setting powder ever. Alright, so on my under eyes, I'm going to use the Hourglass Vanish stick in the shade Linen. This is super duper creamy, so I do like using this as a concealer. The only thing about this is that I feel like I like to use this right before I go out. I don't know if this would last the entire day if I were to try to use it like, you know, for a full like 12 hours, but I do love this before I go to like an event or something because it's really beautiful. But because it is so creamy, I'm like, will it last all day? I don't know about it on my skin, just because my skin is super duper oily, so I feel like any part that touches like my nose area, it's just going to probably break up. But I love applying this like right before I go out. It's so gorgeous and it blends out so easily. It's really nice. I'm really tempted to buy the to actually buy it in my shade and use it as a foundation, but I don't know, I'm so scared because it is so creamy, but maybe now since it's in winter time I'll be able to use it. I know in the summer I definitely wouldn't be able to. So to set the under eyes, I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury, what is this called again? Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Damn, that is a freaking mouthful. But this is the powder and it is in the shade 1. I purposely bought it in this lighter shade because I wanted to use it to set my under eyes and also in like the pore area. So down here, even though this technically isn't my under eye, a lot of the time I bring my concealer a little bit low down to that area. But I absolutely love this. This is such a good setting powder. I feel like next time I'm also going to purchase one that is in my shade, but I don't know. With the whole pandemic we've been in, it's like I don't even know if I should even purchase makeup because I have not been going out that much. I have so much makeup that I've used like 3 times and I'm just upset with myself that I even bought it. Alright, so I'm going to use this Hourglass palette. This is one of the things that I purchased and I literally never even used this, and I bought this pretty much a year ago, okay? This is the Hourglass, what is this, Ambient Lighting Edit. Every single year they do a different edit, so this year they already have a different one, but this is what it looks like. So these two are finishing powders. This one is a highlighter, bronzer, and 2 blushes. I absolutely love their products. They are just like so freaking amazing. So first I'm going to go into this right here, the finishing powder in the middle. So the finishing powder is not a setting powder. It's something that you would put over a setting powder, just to sort of finish. Okay, I don't know how to explain it. Now I'm really thinking about it, I'm like, do I know how to explain it? I don't know if I know how to explain it. Yeah, so I'm going to take the bronzer shade in this, which is, the bronzer is a natural bronze light, which I think I might have in like the larger version, but I do love these little like compacts. I feel like it's so perfect. And I feel like if I actually get through this one, I'm gonna just start purchasing this every single year because it's so good. Alright, now for blush, I'm going to use the classic, the world famous, we've all heard about it, we've all tried it, Nars Orgasm blush. This is a great blush. I don't know if people even still talk about this or use this as much as they used to, but I do absolutely love this blush. I don't know why I don't reach for it more, but this blush looks really, really pretty with a red lip. It just complements it really nicely because it's like a nice like golden pinky type of color. It's not too pink, but it's just like the perfect shade, and it actually gives you like a nice little glow, which is what I personally love about it. So pretty. One thing I will say about Nars Orgasm is it doesn't complement every skin tone. You pretty much have to be like a light to medium skin tone. If you do have deeper complexion, I would actually recommend this. This is the Natasha the Nona Bloom Highlighting Blush. This is what it looks like. It has those same like gold particles and it gives you like a nice brightened look. This is like in comparison of the two. So you see how this one is much more intense. So you have a deeper complexion. This will look like Orgasm on you. Whereas Orgasm will actually look more like a highlighter than an actual blush. This is super duper intense. I kind of want to put a little bit on just to show you how intense it is. I'm going to barely tap my brush into this because I'm so scared. But you see how I just made it a little bit more intense? I don't know if you can really see that. Let me put a little bit more. I'm like barely even touching the blush because it is so intense, but it does give you like a nice shine. Ooh, I feel like there you see it. Embrace to the side. Put a little bit more. It's just a much more intense version of Orgasm, which I feel like I typically like Orgasm just because it's less intense, you know? But both of them are honestly beautiful, beautiful colors. For my highlight, I'm going to go back into this palette and I'm going to use the shade what is this? Strobe Powder Glistening Strobe Light. A lot of Hourglass's highlighters are not like super bright and blinding. They're just like really, really natural looking. It gives you that nice like lit from within type of glow, but if you want them to look more intense, obviously you just have to wet your brush and then you will get that nice like intense glow. But for now I'm just going to leave it like this because like I said, we need the lips to be the star of the show, okay? They need to be #1, but look at the nice glow that gives you. Super duper pretty. I forgot to record myself with my mascara, but this is the mascara that I use. This is a Huda Beauty legit lashes. This is everything. Oh my gosh, it makes your lashes like super duper long. Granted, I do put on like 500 coats of mascara every single time, but I feel like it looks so good. Anyway, moving on. So for lip liner, I'm going to use the MAC Beat lip liner. I've never used this liner before, but when I picked out a red liquid lipstick, I chose this, which is Dance With Me. And when the girl swatched it on her hands, these two look the most alike. So hopefully this liner works. Okay, so although I do like this liner, I don't really think that it matches the lipstick. Like the lipstick is more of like a true red. This almost goes on kind of like a pinkish type of shade. Almost like a dark pink, if that makes sense. But now I'm going to try this. I'm super duper excited. It's been so long since I wore a red lip, so I'm really happy. This is the shade Dance With Me. This is one of their retro matte lipsticks. I haven't used a retro matte lipstick from them in so long. Well, one of the liquid lipsticks since, honestly, I haven't used it since these first launched like 3 years ago. But one thing I love about these is the applicator. It has this like diamond shaped applicator. How perfect is that? I feel like it really helps you sort of get into the corners, and honestly I feel like I probably don't even need a lip liner for this, but whatever, I'm so happy I bought one just in case. Okay, so the lip has finally dried down, and oh my gosh, I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so pretty. Okay, let me stop smiling and just channel my inner bad bitch. How pretty is this lip? I think it completely dried. Let me see. Okay, I still got a little bit of some of it came off. It might be the lip liner, it might just be the fact that maybe it just all didn't dry evenly yet, but I think that this is so pretty. I'm like so excited to wear this red lip out. I'm literally just gonna like wash my face and go to bed because I work tomorrow. But I'm just like so excited to actually wear this out to an event, or I don't know, a girls' night, brunch, something, because this lip color is so freaking pretty. And I honestly feel like this is like the perfect holiday look. Like it just embodies the holiday, the gold, the red, just all of it together. I absolutely love it. So definitely tell me what you thought of this look down below. Let me know what your favorite red lipstick color is. I haven't used a red lipstick in so long, but I am super duper excited and so happy with how it turned out. I've been so like into neutral shades lately, but these like deep shades now, I'm like, I think I might get a dark brown or something next because I'm absolutely loving how this looks. So once again, thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time.